Welcome everyone to the latest episode of The Testing Room, where three of the gaming industry's best video game consultants who have never actually consulted on a video game bring you new topics each and every week. As always, I'm Alex, aka The Gozfather.
I'm Christian, aka Pseudo45.
I'm Preston, aka Funkadelic Jedi.
Yeah, we're here with a new episode. We'll see how much we have. We were all talking about that before we started. I don't know that any of us.
I would say if you're watching
much.
the video, if you're watching the video version and you're thinking to yourself, Alex looks a little angrier than normal, it's because he was having technical issues all the way up in here to the point where he was thinking about maybe taking a gun to his computer setup. So
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, there were two. I just can't with AI. Like the app that I use for the camera never had AI, never had a problem. And now all of a sudden they've incorporated all these AI features, and it's been broken the last 2 times we've gone to record. I've had to quickly try and get it up and fix it. And all their settings don't make any sense. I
Turning the auto zoom off to stop the zooming.
Well, it was auto zooming. I turned it on to stop the zooming. I turned the auto zooming feature on, and it stopped the auto zoom. And just stupid stuff. I finally found why it was giving me that halo around my camera. I don't know, man. I
hate it.
I'm mad for a couple reasons. Okay, I'm mad for a couple reasons. This is part of it. The other part of it is because, you guys know, I lived my life recently kind of trying to bury my head in the sand from the dumb shit that our leaders in chief do every single fucking day of our lives anymore. And there's changes being done at the White House, and as prices of the cost of that skyrocket, a list of donors have come out to that project, and
Word.
one of the money hasn't come out, so we don't know how much each donor donated. There's 30 different entities on this list. Some are companies, some are VC, other stuff. Some are individual people. But my company was one of many technologically based companies on that list.
Hurts.
It's more than why?
I'm just disappointed.
I need companies to quit speaking on my behalf, or they need to be more transparent and let people that work for the company, that drive the profit to this company, that allow you to donate money. Because it would be different if the leader of the company donated money to this project, but the company as an entity donated money, and that's horse shit. For a bunch of reasons, but I didn't sign off on that, and I just saw that and then came here, and so I'm already mad at that, and I'm always mad at the general AI-ness of our world, the way it's moving, because that's also frustrating, and then it just punches me in the dick right when we try and start today, and I'm just I hate everything right now.
Yeah.
So
the problem is with some of that company stuff, that it's all in service of the bottom line, right? Because they know that if they don't do that, if they don't capitulate, then it becomes a problem for them, not only down the line, but also for people who may purchase that product because their costs may become so insanely high due to the general, stupidness of everything that's going on that, you're just... I would say that's not an excuse, right? In my opinion, I would look at that person and go, it's kind of on you to figure that out, but don't be a fucking scumbag, right? But they're we got shareholders, so.
If it were, like I said, if it were the leaders of companies, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's fine. I don't agree.
Sure, making it private, and then,
do what you want to do, and I know most of those CEOs are terrible people anyway, right? None of them I would want to be in a room with, because they don't care about you. They care about, like you said, the bottom line. So if it was a person, that's one thing. But again, when you put a company on it, as all
companies
of these tech
shouldn't be
companies
in politics, period. Yeah.
That is speaking on behalf of all of your workers, and that is not what we agreed to, and I don't think that's fair. So
yeah.
But what is the state of our politics? Anyway, right now.
If not a bunch of rich oligarchs that just run everything anyway.
Shit.
I saw a great post earlier today, and this is going to turn people off of our listeners. I'm sorry, but I think by now they know.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, there's no way.
It literally just said, we are entering the stage of, well, why didn't the Germans do something earlier? It's like, that's the stage we're entering, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you look back on history, we could be in the moment where you're like, well, why didn't you guys do something sooner? It's like, well, that's on us. So
yeah, I think the problem is that back. So there's a couple different things, right? Actually, like from a history perspective, America's in a unique position because there are very few countries in this world that are as big as ours. And what I mean like actual geographical space, right? Like it's easy. Like people are always seeing what like France does, right? From a protest perspective. And they're like, oh my God, like everybody should just be like France. It's like, yeah, well, it's easy when you're the size of the state of Indiana, right? Like it's very easy to mobilize when everything around you is centralized like that. Yeah. So, you know, from top to bottom, everything affects you different, or affects you the same way. Whereas, like, you know, like we're all generally in the like middle to the eastern side of the country, right? Like, and so, but like when California is on fire randomly, like it is wont to do, like we don't really feel that like at all. I mean, maybe we get some crazy weather stuff out of it, maybe, but even then, like a lot of the times that is either like a north or south issue, and like it never makes its way to us. We're like, damn, like we'll see it on the news and be like, damn, that's crazy, but you know, it really doesn't affect my day-to-day at all. And so like it makes, I think from that perspective of like there are places or people that, you know, like anytime that some amount of like for instance, I live in or around near Chicago right now, right? And they have been dealing with all of the ICE bullshit that has been going on, and there's been mad amount of protests, mad amount of things that have been going down, like local activist work, all sorts of cool shit in my opinion. However, Preston is an hour and a half away from me, and guess how much that has affected him? That much.
Nah.
And Alex is even further than that for me, and depending on his news source, he might not even know that's happening. Like that's how far those things are. So there's all of that to play into the fact that it makes it very easier for the general populace to have a general apathy to things that are going on, especially when they're like, well, there's nothing I can do, so I'll just stay at home and continue to deal with it and try to make my life on this bitch of a earth and see what we can do.
So stupid. On the plus side, with what few games I did play this week, which we'll get to in a few minutes, I might have a new Game of the Year contender. We'll see. We'll talk about that. Time of year. Yeah. Also, did everybody... I know Jake acknowledged it. I was very proud of my very quick and dirty Clip Champs edit. But yes. Christian,
I didn't get to see it yet. No,
you didn't see my rematch video, bro.
Here, as a matter of fact, you know what? Let me do this.
The last one, the second one's the only one that matters. The first was pretty good, but the second one's the only one that matters. The first I was just being toxic, and it was funny.
While you guys start your thing here, okay. I'm gonna watch these really fast. I'm gonna mute. The comment corner and everything else, but yes,
you're good. There. I made it. I wanted you to see it because you've experienced that game, and it was very cathartic for me before we recorded today. But yeah, so as we typically do, we like to get into Preston's comment corner and kick things off and see what's going on over there. So
for sure,
let's do it.
Get a comment from our homeboy Jake. Christian, those Dreamcast demos are super sick. I'll share my 2 most played demo discs. The first was, I think, also from PS Magazine. It was Looney Tunes Sheep Raider. You were Wile E. Coyote trying to sneak sheep past Sam the Sheepdog. It was awesome. The other was on the GameCube Zelda Collection disc. You could play the full versions of Zelda 1, 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. But there was a 20-minute playable demo of Wind Waker on it.
Dope.
I would play it on repeat and just go off in a different direction when the time ran out, and I had to restart. It was a special time. Demo discs hold a lot of nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
I think I have that collection from GameCube. I think I bought that recently. I messed around with it, but yeah, I think there was a couple of them, if not all of them, had the Wind Waker demo on it, which is really cool. That is it for the comments. Thank you, Jake. We appreciate it. I wanted to give one quick shout out to a industry leader that we lost this past week. That'd be Tomonobu Itagaki. You may know him from Dead or Alive and the new Ninja Gaiden franchises. So he revived Ninja Gaiden in 2004.
Yep.
With the 3D, the ones we know from Xbox, the kind of deal on PlayStation, and the Dead or Alive series, which was
the Sigma and the Black series. Yep.
Sigma and the Black series, and then the Dead or Alive series, so the fighting game that turned into more of a Gooner IP, but
it didn't turn into one, but it was always one.
Was it? I was never a big Dead or Alive guy, so I just assumed it was just a fighting game that might have had.
No. I'll be honest. So
it wasn't.
I think. So I agree with you. It is an absolute bummer. He was awesome, and he had a general sort of like he had what I would consider to be like a fun attitude.
To me, he was a rock star in the gaming industry because I remember looking at E3s back in the day. He had his usual typical like shoulder length hair. He always had shades on inside, like a leather jacket with like studs on it, and he was always.
And he always. Yeah, he had an attitude of like anytime that somebody would say something about either one of any of his games, good or bad, right? He would be like, "Fuck you!" Like he's just like, "I'm doing what I want to do, and it is what it is." And like, one, I do appreciate that, even if I only care about 3 video games that he's ever made, right? Like, I think from a 3D fighter perspective, I think Tekken and Virtua Fighter are way better games than Dead or Alive.
Sure.
That being said, one of Press and I's favorite fighting game clips came from Dead or Alive with the Jan Lee song, so it's hilarious. Like there's
how did Dead or Alive? Wasn't Dead or Alive like something about volleyball?
Extreme.
So Dead or Alive,
yes,
yeah. So Dead or Alive was a fighting game first, and then because the characters
I thought it went the other
attractive,
way.
He was like, "What if I just took out the middleman and made it like a full-on," because there was a lot of complaints where it was like, "Oh wow, like your characters are so inspired, blah blah blah," and he was like, "I'll show you inspired." And so then he made a beach volleyball game, and it sold. And in fairness to him, it sold like gangbusters and did huge numbers during that generation. And so like, like you could give him a 4 out of 5 or a 4 out of 10 on IGN all you wanted. I don't think that's what it actually is, but you could, and it still wouldn't fucking matter because he'd be like, "I'm still making money. Fuck you." Like, so either way, I agree. He's always had that attitude. He's always been like that. And at a certain point, sticking to your guns in that kind of way is, like Preston said, is absolutely sort of a rock star kind of attitude. So there was a post that because him and the creator of like Tekken always had a fun little back and forth, like talking shit on each other, and then apparently like the guy who like Harada, is that his name? Yep, Harada.
Didn't know about his battle with cancer, and just found out
he
about
kept
his
it
death.
private.
And he's got this long post about like, my friend, I'll never be able to tell him this, never be able to talk to him. I'm like, dude, it fucking destroyed me when I saw that post. Like Max was sad, talking about it, and it's so fucking sad.
Especially because I think the beginning of the post, or before he made the post, but his initial reaction was like, "Dude, I just talked to you, and we said that we were gonna meet up for drinks in just a little bit. Like, what the fuck?" Like, and it was like, "Yeah, man, it's just, hey, I agree. Cancer sucks. It's awful. Everybody that we know now has been affected by it. It's awful. But, yeah, it's wild when people. I mean, it's the same thing with or it was the same thing with the dude who played Black Panther, right?
Boseman,
yeah.
Kept
Like, dude, it's wild when people
during filming just Kind of
and
himself.
just kept quiet about it, man.
People started talking
It's
shit on him
wild.
because he was starting to look bad because he was going through chemo.
Yeah.
I thought I had a fever dream, so I had to Google it. There was a Dead or Alive movie in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I didn't
Do you guys
know
remember?
that.
No, it was
I am
yeah.
very aware,
It,
yeah. It's probably not good.
of course you are.
Is it just as gory as the games?
I don't know.
didn't
I
watch
don't
it.
remember.
Oh, well, you
I
were like,
feel
I'm
I
very
probably-
well aware, so I thought
Oh, yeah, I mean,
you
I had
came
people
off like
talk
a
about it
subject
plenty
matter
of
expert
times.
there.
I feel like I've seen it, but I don't recall. But based on the look, so the three girls, first of all, are like weird. They look like these Charlie's Angels poses, but they're all three holding samurai swords, which is a little confusing, like katanas.
I mean, depending on the
because-
character, that could be the case, because some of them are from Ninja Gaiden, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I was way wrong. It seems like this movie was actually from 2006. It looks like a solid 1990s Fox Saturday Sunday.
It's around that time of
movie.
like Dragon Ball the movie, that kind of shit, to where people just want to do IPs
Totally,
for
or Dragon Ball
Japanese
Evolution,
stuff. They're
yeah.
just so bad. They're like, oh, people love Dragon Ball, let's make a movie, and they make some shitty movie on it.
Oh, it looks real bad. Preston, you need
to
watch
find
it.
out
This is
where
one of
that's
the- this-
streaming
yeah,
at.
this is one of those,
Yeah.
You know how you've been
I'll get
watching
on
the
that.
bad movies around the
Yeah.
video games?
Well,
this is
Yeah.
This
in
is
honor
one.
in honor of him, I will find
Here's,
out.
here's what
Shoot,
I'll,
this is
I'll
one.
make this. I'll make this commitment, Preston. If you find out that he had anything to do with the movie, I will. We should stream it together, and I'll watch it with you. Not like we don't have to do it online, but I meant like through
Yeah, hang
Discord.
out.
We can watch.
Oh,
together,
well, I will definitely be part of that. Hold on. So okay.
If he didn't have anything to do with it, though, I don't care. I'm not doing that. But
Yeah, I don't know. I'll do some googling while we're doing stuff.
Yeah, figure out that's
Because
yeah.
now I need to know.
It looks very white, so I don't know. No, it's got
It is very white.
It's got Devon Aoki in it. I like her. She's in the second Fast and Furious movie. Steve Aoki's sister.
I like her. She was in the second Fast and Furious movie, which might actually be the only other thing she's ever been in.
Sin City.
And I don't think she was even... She had no talking part in Sin City.
She was still in Sin City.
Okay.
The character did not talk, sure.
Sure. I didn't realize you were such a...
I had a crush on her back in the day. I saw her in Fast and Furious. I'm like, damn.
Aoki connoisseur. I hope
very
somebody
pretty lady.
knows her so they can pass it on that like her biggest fan.
If
is
you know
from, like,
her
this
or her
podcast.
brother, Steve Aoki, the famous DJ, please reach out to us.
Oh, ridiculous. It does not
I don't
look
think-
like
Yeah.
he
He's probably like
had
producer or
anything.
executive producer, like something very not attached. Just, I made this franchise, maybe. Maybe they put my name in the credits.
Paul W.S. Anderson is a producer, which is very like a decently big name.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Anyway,
wait, that's
Christian-
that dude sucks. Right? That's no. I'm thinking, who's the Resident Evil guy that made somebody lose their arm and didn't give a fuck?
That's somebody else.
Oh yeah, that's going down another hole. Another Google.
Okay, if it's not him, then never mind. But I thought that was
That is him.
I thought that name was him.
He's the director of those movies.
It was him. Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Then fuck him. Yeah.
It's on Tubi. I might put it on the background while playing some ball pit. We'll see.
Do you pay for Tubi? Is that
No,
a free
it's free. We discussed this last time. That's how I watched Max Payne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Tubi's
don't
a free
recall.
service.
Free service with ads
Okay.
galore.
Good. All right. Well, you need to watch it.
Yeah,
I think
movies
it's-
go
I
to
think you need
die,
go to it.
apparently. So, yeah.
It would, yeah. Well, it seems like where some movies that should have never been resurrected, like that's where
Go
they
to
live.
stay.
Sounds like it's got
Yeah, you
got
gotta-
cheap royalties. So they just put it on there.
It was really okay. So
Okay.
that guy produced it, the dude that you just talked
Yeah.
about, Christian,
Paul Wes
and
Anderson.
it was distributed by the Weinstein Company. So this movie was destined
All sorts
to
of bad.
fail.
All sorts of
All
bad.
sorts of bad
That's
to
insane.
begin with.
Trouble
Yikes.
movie. Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, okay. I rescind my thing.
Your
I'm not
invite?
watching that.
To Preston's, like, everyone's very white holding these katanas, so I'm sure there's no appropriation.
I saw one
in that
image.
movie.
Who knows? They might be different. I'll let you know next week.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, but that's the comic
Jesus.
corner. That's all I got.
I did have one thing because his comment reminded me. He was talking about like the Looney Tunes game being on that disc, which sparked another memory from this week Where did you guys see the outrage of the latest, a couple of the latest exclusives on Xbox? One was a game like on Game Pass that premiered to less than 200 concurrent users, so people give a shit. But the other one was a Grinch game. Did you see that? They have a new literally super low budget. Looks like it could have come straight from the PS2 era.
Platformer, no. Is that what it is?
I don't know if it's side scrolling. I didn't see. I just saw people were not happy because those were the new Xbox exclusives that dropped. That dropped recently after the price hike, after getting rid of all the other stuff.
Xbox just can't win one, man.
No, well, it's probably you're dropping Grinch games.
I saw that the Outer Worlds 2 did good, and then I realized that they've made that so that that's multi-platform now. So even though it's technically a Microsoft game, it's not an exclusive.
Dude, it's only a matter of time.
It's hilarious to me that the one of the only games in this past a little while now that you could have used to be like, hey, Xbox look, one of our exclusives finally nailed it. You're like, oh yeah, it's multi-platform though. So,
let's see.
So two things then. So really quick for Jake. So I did not know that Majora's Mask demo, or not Majora's Mask, the Wind Waker demo existed. That is very cool though. I had no idea that existed. And thank you for agreeing that my Dreamcast demos were cool.
Oh shit,
they're very cool.
So,
Preston and I are wearing the same shirt today, by the way.
You like that? You like that?
Yeah.
I just washed mine. Mine's in the hamper right now.
So the one I have doesn't. Oh, it does have the Wind Waker, but it also gets a sneak peek at these and other hot titles. So it had a sneak peek for F-Zero. They didn't even put the GX on it yet. 1080 Avalanche, Wind Waker, Warrior World, Metroid Prime, and Zelda: Link to the Past: Four Swords. That's a good demo. That's some good demos.
That is a solid lineup. That ain't bad. Yeah, right on.
That's a good game. $15, hell yeah.
And then the other thing is, so I did watch those clips. The first one was very funny, but
Alex's rematch.
That last, dude, you went. That was like the epitome of fuck it, I'll do it myself. That was you went off.
We ended up I was having a pretty good run of games. I got a little frustrated though because I was one win away from gold tier in ranking, which is the most I've ever been, the highest I've ever been, and I dropped all the way down to silver 2 because it seems like.
As is the competitive experience.
It seems like when you start doing good, the game is like, okay, well, let's put you with worse people and see how you fare with bad people. Are you good enough to bring them up? And, we would get scored on once, and people would just leave. And, one goal down is nothing. I've been down 2-3 goals early on, and people leave, and it'll pop in, 1 or 2 other people.
Yeah.
And then you just take off and you win the game, right? You just need that one person or what have you to help. Sometimes to help you gel that's playing like a teammate and not an asshole. Mm-hmm. But there's this other thing the game will do where if you're down by 1 goal, it'll replace them. If you get down by 2 or 3 goals, sometimes it won't. So then you are playing the whole game 3-2, and that's why I dropped. Yeah. I dropped a bunch. Then I started working my way up, back up into silver 1 and about to be in gold 3, and literally that was the last game. I got the ball. I was doing well throughout the game, and this dude just I don't know what happened because I went to throw the ball, and my character just dropped it for no reason, to the ground, and the guy just took it right off of me, and I was pissed. I was like, no, and right off kickoff they kicked it to me, and I hit a banger, and I was like, game on, let's do this. We ended up winning
Brian Gutierrez.
We ended up winning 5-4. And you notice, so I've told you guys before, you move every time you score, you move positions. So I got scored on that one time. I didn't get scored on again, and you saw me as goalie, I scored twice, right? I made saves and just launched it and scored twice. The other guys weren't doing so good, but they didn't do anything anyway. I carried the whole team, and was yep, that's my highlight. We're gonna clip all of this, and I'm logging off. To be disappointed tomorrow, because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, that was kind of like
That's
corner. You just want
competitive
to
games,
finish
too.
up your week?
Yeah, I didn't. So I was out of town. We had some life events that happened because I was out of town. I didn't really play much. I've been playing a lot of rematch just to. I took the first part of the season a little slow, so I'm trying to unlock everything before the new season rolls out in December. So I've been playing a lot of that, a little bit of Hades. The two big things that I downloaded because one was on sale and the other was something I was really looking forward to. So I bought Snake Eater or Metal Gear Solid Delta, I guess.
Yeah.
Interesting thing about that, I went to play it today and my computer said no. And I was like, what the hell? And it's like memory error, fatal error, full memory, blah, blah, blah. And that is a common issue that people are having with the Intel 14900s. And it requires a BIOS update. And this was at like 3 p.m. And I was like, I don't feel like trying to update my BIOS right now. Like, I have other shit to do. I'll do it tomorrow. But apparently a BIOS update will fix it. Hard stop. It'll just fix it. But it is, since August, a known issue. And everything was like, you see these videos and threads of like easy fix to get past the error, blah, blah. And the first thing is like, you have a 1400 or 14900 update your BIOS. It's like, okay. Like I hate
it's so
everything.
funny because I downloaded it because I saw that you bought it, and so I downloaded it and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna launch it and just make sure it all runs. And I obviously do not have a vapor chamber like you do. Yeah, I booted right up.
I could play it on my Steam Deck. I'm sure it'd be great, but like I want to play it on my big pretty monitor.
Yeah, it looks really good. You want a big monitor, yeah.
Especially because I think it does have ultra wide support.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
So literally, I download it and I get the screen and I get Snake's face and it's real big and it all goes black like Delta and then it's like fatal error. Poof. Yeah, it was like okay. So that'll be a tomorrow problem.
Real quick for the both of you.
Yes.
Do not forget when you go to the jail cell, like when they take you out and you put you in the jail cell and you wake up, save it when you wake up, reload the game. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Do not forget that.
Honestly, I think this was like the universe's way of telling me to not play it because I told myself I'm going to go ahead and grab it on sale. I need to finish, because I'm in like chapter 3, I need to finish Trails, and this will be my after Trails game. I was like, I need to finish it today. I was like, you know what, let's just turn it on. The universe is like, you said
you need to finish.
You were gonna do this
first.
So,
I did.
So yeah, so I think that's what it was. The other game though that came out that I downloaded is the first two chapters, so I guess the first episode of Dispatch came out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm ready for it. That demo was really good.
I told you.
So the demo is part of it. The demo is chapter 2. So you have a whole prologue, like chapter 1.
Right, that we didn't get to play, yeah.
That we didn't get to play, where we learn about the hero's like history and why he doesn't have powers and stuff anymore. Dude, the acting is so good. Like the storytelling, it was made in tandem with Critical Role, right? So like the guys that do like Dimension 20 and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
and,
funny people.
Yeah, they play a big part in it. And so I did the first chapter last night, the second chapter today. I think all in all it probably took me a couple of hours. Because honestly, the dispatch part of it is not a big, like the big part of it is the story and everything going around the choices you're making. Like
I think it's
games.
supposed to be. Yeah.
You're right, which is great. Like it's so well done and so well acted, and there's so much stuff going on. But dude, in chapter 2, right at the end, the last like 5-ish minutes, some stuff happens with a couple of characters. One character you're kind of crushing on and stuff, and like there's music going on in the background. You're like, okay, I think I'm getting a feeling of like maybe things aren't what they seem, and all of this good shit. And then a little joke happens. And it's just like hard black screen, some like very apropos music just like slams out of the speakers. And I just realized like I had the biggest smile on my face. I was like, everything tonally, everything about this game is perfect. Like the acting is spot on and is a 10 out of 10, but like tonally, just like the goofiness and the seriousness, and like you're working with a team of villains, you're trying to work together, right? You learned that part in the demo. You played that in the demo. So like them being assholes and you trying to control, it was absolutely phenomenal.
Awesome.
They're going episodic. Seems like they're dropping 2 chapters each week for the next 4 weeks. I did upgrade to the digital deluxe. I don't know if you guys, because we're on family, I don't know if that counts for you. If so, essentially what it does is I think after
DLC does not count.
Any like skin packs or anything like that? Yeah.
It's not. It just has one thing, I think, or 2 things. There's a digital art book, so after each chapter you get the art book, which who really cares about the art book? But there is a 4-issue comic that drops with it, and that's in the game itself, like it's in the extras, but that drops weekly as well. The cool thing is, I don't know, Preston, you may have seen this because of who you follow on Instagram and stuff, but David Nakayama did the art for the first issue.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I
follow him. Yeah.
I don't know if it's a real comic that's also being published or if it's just the digital version. I would have to ask Jake.
I've been looking at. I look at the drops every week, and I haven't seen anything for Dispatch. But I may have missed it. So who knows?
He did the art, and it is like his signature DNA on it, and all. It's so good.
Super good guy. Super nice guy.
Yeah. So
met him.
That is. I know on the comic I have it might be the closet, the one where people draw. I had him
David
do some art for me.
Okay.
No.
Nope.
I have one behind this one right here.
Behind that one, okay. Yes.
It is behind it, yeah.
Okay.
But all the other stuff's in the closet. So yeah, I can't say anything yet because I don't want to spoil how he ends up in the Dispatch. But I'm excited for you guys to play it. Preston, I think you'll really like it, dude.
I'm super ready.
It hits.
I'm down. I was gonna play it last night, but I saw you online. I'm like, I don't want to jump on it, and then him like, I want to play it. I'm like, I don't want to stop him from playing, so I'm just gonna play Ball Pit tonight. It's fine.
Before next week comes out, I'm probably gonna do a second file save and pick different choices than I picked this time, right? Maybe even see if things change. Like I might do different choices because I feel like I did pretty
see how different it gets.
Things. Yeah. And then maybe I'll look at the optimal choices and see what is different that way. But like I finished it, I was like, I want to play this again with different choices. Like it's that good.
Awesome.
So yeah, man, it'll be hard. Like you have to balance like how does a game like that is mostly a visual novel stack up against a game like an Expedition 33 and what it does.
It's your enjoyment.
As far as game of the year.
How much do you love it?
But
that's where
seriously.
The game fucking slaps, man. I was so good.
Because to be fair, like Preston and I are both playing a game right now that is definitely going to be high up on our list. And narratively speaking, it's nothing going on, but it's very good. So
but yeah, that's my week. I haven't done anything else.
Okay, Christian, you want to go?
Sure. So my game will lead into a little bit of Preston's, but I also the only other thing that I did outside of gaming that I wanted to talk about was. And Alex knows this because I was talking to him about it last night. But I got to experience my first playoff soccer game last night. Playoffs in general in sports are very fun for me. There's just a different atmosphere, and it's all very fun. We did win last night.
Oh yeah.
But
it was your first playoff win since 2009.
It was.
No, it was. Or maybe it was also that was also the last time they made the playoffs, I think. That's what it was. The drought has been since 2009.
Both are true. Yes. both sentences you said were true. It was wild, but man, the only thing I'll say, and I honestly don't even know if I feel like this anymore, but at first I was a little bummed that it wasn't at Soldier Field like our place, because the Bears are being fucking stupid, and they're like, oh, we need the field. It's like your game. You don't though. This is a Wednesday. It'll be fine.
Do they have a Thursday night game by chance?
They certainly don't.
Do they play tonight? No, they don't. Okay.
No, and even if they did, when we have Saturday games, like even just 2 weeks ago, they had a Sunday game and we played on Saturday and it wasn't a big deal. So like.
Yeah, they don't play tonight. It's stupid.
Worried about being a playoff
get the
game.
Fuck over it. I honestly, I think it's because they know that we are building, obviously, our new stadium, and so it's kind of like a fuck you kind of thing. So, yeah. So we were doing it at the old Fire Stadium at SeatGeek Stadium. So which honestly does kind of work out for me because it is actually closer for Alexa and I. It's like 15 miles closer, which is great. But the reason I say that I don't even know if I feel like this anymore is because there was sort of a different atmosphere at a stadium that is purpose built for soccer, right? Like, and that really became apparent when the first goal happened with my favorite player on the team, Brian Gutierrez, where he just hopped the barricades and then ran into the stands and celebrated with everybody. And it was awesome. It was very, very cool.
Could you imagine how cool that celebration would have been if he hit the other 2 open goals that he had, both off the post, and he would have had a trick?
I know. It would have, yeah. But
especially that second curler that was like very short after that they hit the post would have been a banger of a goal.
I know. So. Yeah, and it was, but it was just the whole atmosphere was very cool. It was awesome. And yeah, so it was a good time. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to say about. There was a point where Alex sent me a photo because he thought he had found us on TV.
Oh yeah.
And we were just like, what's funny though is that he almost did have us. It was just we were just a hair above where he.
Which means we would have saw you because Allie. I paused it. I was like, I think I might have just saw Christian and Alexa. Yeah, because even the girl there was, I think, wearing glasses, which was like spot on. And Allie took my phone and got closer to the TV, so. We probably had you on the TV. She just purposely
you might have been
zoomed in. Yeah.
So. But yeah, so it was good. And oh yeah, this is what I was gonna say. The other thing that happened that night, as far as emotions were concerned, was I saw him score that. He hops in the stands. He gets all, and I just went every single time. I hear in the echoes in the back of my head is Alex going, "Oh yeah, he's leaving." Yeah.
That's what I told Allie. I was like. Brushing my teeth or something, I was like, hey, text Christian and Alexa if like Christian's wearing a blue shirt, because I think I saw him. It was right after Gutierrez's goal, and I go, also text, yeah, he gone.
Yeah. Like there's like some things that, and Alex has talked about this before with him being a young player, there's obviously like little mistakes that he makes depending on, you know, whatever is happening, but when he's on it, he's very much on it. And it feels like it's one of those things where there are scouts or other people who are looking at him going like, oh yeah, we can work with that. Like we can work with that. Yeah.
He's building his resume for sure. He's going to be very good.
All I'm hoping is, I told Alexa in the car, I was like, I hope that he just hangs out for like one more year. Because we set out with the goal, like our new coach was like, hey, my goal this year is to get us back to the playoffs, period. That's it. That's all I want to do. And he's done that. And everybody in the beginning of the year, when he said that, everyone was like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's going to happen. But he's done it. And same thing with all the moves that he's made and the new players and stuff. Because he's also not only is he the head coach, but he's also the head of talent acquisition as well. And so I'm like, man, all we need is a couple extra pieces and we could like really be in a good spot. And I was like, and he will probably be more aggressive about those during this offseason. And more people are probably going to be more open to it because they'll be like, oh, damn, like they actually did say they were going to do what they said they were going to do. Like this, it could be a spot, right? And so I'm like, just stay for one more year to see how far we can get. But my guess is that during this offseason, there will be a contract that will be so fat that he will be like, I got to go. So... but we'll see.
Yeah, on the flip side of that coin, our coach was fired on his
I saw that.
I told Preston, we have a little sports meme thing in Instagram because we know you don't like sports. So it's
not that I don't like sports. I went to a Chicago Fire game. I enjoyed myself.
But in fairness, you have referred to it as sports ball no matter what we're talking about all the time.
And it's just an Instagram and it's like deep sports stuff. But I told Jake and Christian I was riding high on the Shuya Otani comment because I told Allie how he was like a literally once in a lifetime talent. And like we haven't seen anything like him in a long time. And I was like, he hits and he pitches, he's great, blah blah blah. And I was bitching at the TV because they were like, oh, he's having a slump right now. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like,
seriously.
this man, I was like, literally I was yelling at the TV. I was like, this man bats and he will be pitching for you tomorrow. And they're like, well, hopefully he doesn't pitch like he hits. Blah, blah. Then he had like a record-setting night, right? 3 home runs, six innings.
Not a generational game. Like,
yeah, it was incredible. Yeah. And I was riding pretty high. I was telling Allie, like, I see. I know my sport, all right? Also, though, that same day, I was like, we were talking about Atlanta United. I said, I think Dial is done. I was like, I don't see a way through this. Like, I think he's going to go. And if so, we're going to fire him within the first 2 weeks. That way we can get this started earlier. She's like, that's not going to fix anything. It's a bad move, firing the coach that quickly, blah, 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 blah. We lost the game that night. Next day it came out and it said that. I saw that like just shortly after the Shuhei Ohtani thing, and I would go,
see?
Yeah, see? So I was riding pretty high on my soccer predictions. But, yeah, we fired a coach. So there's that. Not great. Oh, and our head of soccer stepped down because he has cancer. He got cancer earlier in the season. I guess it came back. And he was, like, stepping away. But then he just sent out a notice the other day that he's stepping away indefinitely. And the person that everyone in the soccer facility will be reporting up to below the owner is the same guy that runs the Falcons, who is unanimously like one of the worst run football teams next to like the Chargers.
No.
Although the Chargers are actually good now. So like, yeah, where it's like the Falcons are one of the worst run football teams in the league. And now that's who everybody's answering to for the soccer team too. So cool.
Yeah,
good for you. I'm glad you won a playoff game. There's all that to say. I'm
very thanks, man.
But he's gone.
Well, don't worry, because I mean the hilarious thing is I don't know why the seeding works out like this. It doesn't actually make any sense to me. But so we're playing now the top rated team in the East next. Yeah. Okay, 8 and 1 should not play against each other in the first round. That doesn't make any sense.
No, that's how all playoffs are.
I know, but I'm saying I know I'm not. This is not me saying soccer specifically. I'm saying I think that seeding is stupid.
I don't know. I mean, you're benefiting the team that had a good season.
Sure. Yeah.
You guys do better on the road, and if you win this series, you have to win 2 games, and you'll be playing 2 games away. So it's actually probably the best thing that could have happened for you.
I'm not even following this. I'm not even following that rabbit hole because there is. Look, we probably have like what everybody would consider like a puncher's chance, right? But like, it's okay. I got what I wanted out of this season. It's fine.
If it makes you feel any better, so Philadelphia won the Community Shield, which essentially just
the supporters.
The Supporter Shield. Sorry, Community Shield is English Premier. They won the Supporter Shield, which essentially means they won the most games. They had the most points, right?
Yep.
I don't think the people that won the Supporter Shield have won the MLS Cup since Columbus did like 7 or 8 years ago. So like on the plus side, somebody's probably got to beat them. You know.
So here's what I was. Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'll just let it be known. I fully expect to lose this series, and that will be okay. I will still consider this season a success. I told Alex even at the beginning, all I wanted to do was see one postseason and see how like it just be there. I did. We won the game. It's awesome. It was very fun. That being said, if we win this one, and the small chance we have, I will have absolutely. There will be no reservations left. I'll be like, oh yeah, we can do it. We'll just do the whole thing. Yeah, we can do it. We're the best. But
you know who you'll play if you win the series, right?
I think it's Miami after that, right?
If Miami wins,
the winner of that Miami series,
it'll be Miami because they're playing Nashville. Yeah, you'll be playing Miami.
Yeah. Well, guess what? I told you this before. I'm confident with that one because our first game with them this year, I think we were still the only team to make it, so they never scored. Right? Is there?
Yeah. What you have to understand as a new soccer fan is the body of corruption that's
fair
is.
Yeah.
And
no, I've already felt that.
This is the last season that like Busquets and Alba, they've already announced retirement. It's possible that Messi could go out on loan to prepare for the World Cup. Like the calls they will be getting to win a cup before this all goes under, like good luck to you, my friend. You'll have to beat them by 5 goals. Just so you know.
Which I think we were close to on our last time that we played them.
You might have actually been, but you're gonna have to
yeah. But either way, we'll see. I'm honestly, like I said, I'm just excited. It was fun. So the only thing I've done is I'm in the final chapter of the Trails remake, and I'm getting there. So very excited about that. Game's so great. I do have to issue a correction and also apology to Preston. I was wrong about Dragon Ball FighterZ being crossplay. It is not.
That's
so
okay,
you tricked him into buying it, and you can't play with him either?
No, I already have it on 2 places, and also my PlayStation version does not have all the characters. I checked.
Oh.
So we're fine. It's not a big deal. I thought I bought a big pack. I didn't, so.
Sweet. Well, that makes this... Okay, that's great then. Awesome. Fantastic.
I'm not a complete asshole. I love that. Yeah, thank you for me.
So all I was gonna say about that. Well, no, I would just tell him that I was gonna play on PlayStation because I also have all the characters on that version. No, all I was gonna say was, so it looks like that game. I don't want to call it or anything, but it seems like ArcSys is kind of just doing this with all of their games, where they're just like, yeah, none of our games are dead.
Like, just gonna stay alive. We don't need to make another one. We'll just add characters to it.
Guilty Gear has a 2.0 coming, and it seems like they might be doing that similar thing with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Like they already said they did not announce who they're going to be, but they're like, oh yeah, that next character that we drop next year, that's not going to be the last character we put in this game. Like we're gonna put more, and they're already addressing some of the balance stuff that came from this last patch that they just did, and so I'm like. Everybody, there's kind of like this rumor mill that's coming up from internal stuff and external stuff. It's like, oh yeah, they're just gonna keep going. And I was like, well, if that's the case, other fighting games are gonna have a hard time with my attention because I fucking love this game. So
don't you think that'd be fairly easy for them? Like if you do it on one and you kind of have that infrastructure, I would assume rolling it out and maintaining other games would be pretty easy, right? Like you have to do character models. So like if you're doing a 2.0 to Guilty Gear and you're building whatever like back-end infrastructure you need to do that, porting that over that sort of similar system and maintenance thing over to a new game, you think would be pretty easy. So maybe it's pretty simple for them to maintain their games.
Maybe it's more so like the confusion becomes is that typically a team is only big enough to like either work
do
on
one or the other
new games or maintain old, right? But like right now, ArcSys has a brand new game coming out in Tokon that also is incredible and seems very fun. But then also between Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball FighterZ are 2 of their biggest games they've ever done as a company. And so they're just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna keep these going too. And it's like, how? What are you doing? So I don't. Well, who knows? We'll see. But I was just very excited about that. The only other game that I've played, and that'll lead into Preston's week, is Ball Pit has come out.
Yes, sir.
Or Ball Cross Pit, however you,
Ball Pit.
whatever your region prefers to say. I'm not going to tell people how to say things that work. Like you say Constantine wrong, so whatever. But if somebody wants to call it Ball Cross Pit, do your thing.
During the beta, Preston called it Ball X Pit, so there is that.
During the beta?
Yeah.
Either way, I also call it Ball Pit. That being said, I have people can call it whatever they want.
Seems like Ball Pit's the real name, but
it is.
Yeah, but this game is incredible. It is become my the same thing that like a Hades would be, where it's like, oh yeah, I'll just pick this up and run a couple things, do my stuff, and like if I only got a little bit, blah blah blah. That's what Ball Pit is right now, probably before I get to Hades 2. But it is so. And Preston and I talked about it before, but it's obviously like a spin on the Brick Breaker, like the old Brick Breaker games. But it's just like, hey, let's take that concept and then expand it by a fucking million. And so there's like, I don't know, there's like 20-ish some odd unlockable characters. There's all sorts of different modifications that you can do that have all these different effects on the either the amount of damage you do, what you're shooting at the bricks, like what those effects are, all this other stuff. And then there's like, I think there's like 8-ish stages, I think, or seven or eight stages right now.
After the fungus one we just finished, so.
Yeah, and I think that they plan on adding more. They haven't said like what the time frame is for that, but I know they're planning on adding more. But the problem is that 8 stages with 25-ish characters, and there's benefits to beating every stage with every character. Plenty of meat on these bones, so you are not going to be running out of things to do. The thing that happens that is like in the middle of it is I know we mentioned during the demo too, because it gave it a little bit, but there's like a base building thing that happens in between runs where you're getting like different bonuses and different things in between your runs, and then harvesting resources and all this other stuff. I think my only sort of gripe, I guess, with the game, or like a nitpick with the game, is that I think the base building aspect is not. It doesn't hit for me as well.
It's very basic, because a lot of those resources you can get rocks, wood, or you can get hay, and you can get those as you play the actual like ball breaker game as you go through it. Because if you upgrade everything that you have, and you don't have like any spots to get any more upgrades, it'll just say, hey, which one of these resources do you want?
Yeah.
And they'll give you a chunk of that. So what happens is like you go down to the pit, you do your whole ball breaker game, you come back up, and there's like a little square you got. You can put down some houses and some plots of wood here, some rocks here. And you can expand that. The more money you get, larger area. Now, when you get like a new character, what you do is you unlock like a house that's for that character. So you put it down into there, and you have to have like your little people. So like you harvest once per like run or whatever. Like it's got a timer on it. But you harvest, and it sends out a handful of people, and they go on that line you hit, and they kind of bounce around just like the balls in Ball Breaker. So you want to get it to where those guys hit that house, so it finishes construction on that house, so you can play as that character. A lot of these houses can also do things like add dexterity, all your attributes you're going to level up. I even got one that was, hey, now you can bring 2 characters in with you when you go against one of the levels. So I'm like, now I can choose 2 characters, add their combos together, and then go after with those 2 characters. And some of those places you can upgrade. So it says 1 dexterity or whatever. You can keep upgrading that. You have to keep on constructing it by hitting people against it. So it's more of a, hey, here's some downtime so you're not fighting things. Add a couple things on there. Harvest some things so you can build more buildings and go from there. And I'm having fun because I'm like building. I have my thing expanded, but I have like a little section around my buildings so that way my people can bounce around and hit all the things they need to hit, rather than just have this big giant place to kind of bounce around through. So there's a lot of things you can get upgrades through there. Once you finish up a level, it gives you like a little shrine that you can get, so you can put down there as well. So it's just a nice little like kind of like, hey, I'm not gonna do the whole ball pit section. I'm gonna actually just do my building section, rearrange it, kind of reorganize it, because I'm gonna expand here. It's a nice little downtime section in between actual combat.
Yeah, I just think that the mechanics of it, like, I don't mind the base building aspect. Like, I'm down for that part. It's the mechanics of how you, like, so, because you have, like, all the characters sort of line up, and you'll, like, shoot them at things, and then they'll kind of just, like, bounce around the area to, like, do all this, like you were saying. But, like, it doesn't feel particularly, like, good. Like,
to me,
because
the challenge is for, like, designing it, the way you build it is based off, okay, well, buildings, they cannot go through, right? As far as like, hey, rocks, stuff like that, they hit it, and then the next person by can walk through it. Now you can upgrade those so that way you have to hit it more times before it goes away, but buildings themselves don't go away at all. So I try to kind of navigate, because you can get, for example, I got like a square of hay, I can put like a building in there that allows it to where like, hey, if I hit somebody in that building, they stay in that building and they can kind of harvest while I'm out in the pit. You can use that to your advantage by saying, okay, well, I'm going to put a building here, building here, building here. And my unconstructed ones, I'm going to move and put like in this area, because I know that if I bank it off of here, it's going to bounce and these guys are going to go here. It's a whole to-do of like, okay, well, this is going to deteriorate. So then they'll go through it and hit this building, which will bounce a couple of these guys off over here. And it's a whole puzzle to do of like, hey, I want to make sure to get as much of this place covered by people running around and harvesting or constructing.
Yeah, and but
it's not incredibly complicated. It's not super exciting. The whole point is you want to go in that pit and get all that excitement, and then you come up to have a little reprieve.
But that's kind of what I mean, is that I'm like, it's not that exciting, and it doesn't work particularly well, and so it's like, why is it here? Like I am down for a base building thing to like chill out in and like do things at. It's just I think the mechanics of interacting with it don't really do anything for me.
It's very quick too.
So I find myself just like as soon as the run's over, I'm just like, all right, cool. And I hit the harvest button, I shoot them off, and I'm like, yep, fuck it, and then I'm right back down.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what they want you to do.
Unless I'm building something specifically, and when I'm building something specifically, I will put it dead front, right where they shoot off, so that they just bounce between that and the entrance, so that it builds it really fast, and then I move it, and I'm like, thank you, and then I go because. Otherwise, like even if you try to set this up in a way where you're like, okay, I'm gonna upgrade all 3 or 4 of these. Like I'm gonna upgrade like even 5, 6, however many buildings.
I got like
okay,
5 or 6 of them right now, just waiting to get hit.
And so then you're like, okay, well maybe I'll build this and like maybe I'll put them into like a square so then I can shoot them in there and then they'll just bounce around and hit random amount of times and when I'm done they'll all be upgraded. And it's like or. It would be faster if I'm just, especially because some of those upgrades take like a lot to be able
10 or
to
15 hits, yeah.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, well, fuck it then. I'm just going to put it dead in front, shoot it, and I'm going to get the most out of it, upgrade it or build it, and then move it back and be like, cool. All right, cool. You did
Then you're not getting resources. So like, what I know is like, I got kind of like an angle I hit, though, and I can just kind of make sure I put buildings where I know they'll go.
But to your point, though, I'm already getting resources. I don't need like that. The harvesting does help, but there's like it does give you a little extra, but I'm getting a fuck ton from just playing the levels, and then on top of that, you can build the little things that make it so that you can build like the little houses that just automatically harvest all the things around them anyway. So I'm like, well, I'll just do that so that I don't have to worry about it.
I don't feel like the auto harvest does very quickly, and I don't feel like I get enough resources from just playing the game. I feel like the harvesting is where I get majority of my resources for all my buildings, but. And if you're upgrading, you're spending those resources as well. So like, it depends on how much you're building, how much you're upgrading. It depends on if you need more resources that way. So other than that, it's a side thing. It's really just there to upgrade characters and give you some stat boosts.
It is. I agree, but it is part of the. That's why I was just saying. Like it is. It's like what I would consider like a minor complaint. Like it's just like I would rather them do something different in that section. But the actual game itself of playing Ball Pit is incredibly addicting and super fun.
And they really twist that on you too, because like there's one guy I got unlocked recently. He's like, all your balls shoot from the back now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that guy, the assassin, he's cool as fuck.
Because then all of a sudden you got guys who are coming down and they're stuck. Your balls are stuck in that back area, not coming through. And you're like, fuck. You're like, okay, well, I'm gonna get hit by a couple of these dudes coming by because I just can't get my balls past them, and it's just how it is. But you can upgrade yourself. You can get certain balls that go through enemies. It's just there's a whole thing.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
They do a great job of all of their different upgrades and all the different characters and everything. Where as soon as you get it, you go, oh, this changes everything. Like, and it just makes you rethink about whatever your current build is or what you're doing, and that it's very, very good. Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I know we already went. I mean, we basically just talked about it.
Yeah, I mean, Ball Pit's pretty much been the only game that I played this entire week. I have like around 12 hours of that game, so like I went deep. Did a little bit of watching. I'm on Kaiju number 8 now. That's been fun. I really enjoy that show. Christian, I know I've been telling you to watch Free Run, but as soon as you finish with that one, I really think you'd like Kaiju number 8. You like Kaiju shit?
Yeah, I heard it's good. I will check it out.
It's not fan servicey. I think you'll like it a lot. And then I don't like talking about shows while in the middle of watching them. I usually like to be like, hey, I'm starting up a show. It's pretty good as far as start. And then I just let you know how it is when it ends. My Hero had a banger of a fucking episode this past episode. And holy shit, was it fucking great. Character came back in that you weren't expecting to try to save the day. Shit's going down. I don't want to spoil anything for either of you guys, but
I already got spoiled. I didn't even... It was like the whole internet exploded, and it was like people crying and all this other stuff. And I was like,
"It's great! It's fucking awesome! It's so cool."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry you got spoiled for that one. But yeah, other than that,
it's not your fault. It's my fault for not watching it fast enough, and whatever.
It's final season, internet's there. People are gonna pop off.
It's just I know the world we live in. That being said, I think that it is extremely loser ass behavior for your first thought to be, I need to record my reaction and put it on the internet immediately.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast such a large net here, but you are talking about one of the most please look at me communities and weebs on the planet. And that's coming from somebody like, I like that stuff too, so I get it, but like the hardcore fans are the most attention-seeking fans you will ever meet, so...
It goes for anything, right? I mean, it's not even just this show. It goes for anything.
No, not just for My Hero. Like the whole,
especially
whole,
like it's and it's not even just but I don't even think it's just anime,
no,
right?
It's not.
Just
but
pop
anime
culture
just
in
seems
general.
to pop off a little harder. But you got people who do that for normal TV shows too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's just pop culture. Like it's just like I have to get my take out immediately. Like I have to monetize this. I have to make it a thing. I have to do this, and it's just like I don't know. Maybe don't. Like, maybe just shut the fuck up. But, again, it's my fault. I was scrolling late at night. I knew that it was out. I hadn't watched it yet. I still haven't watched it yet. But it's like, I knew. And then as soon as I was like, someone was like, oh, my God. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, of course. All right. To be honest, though, you know, I wasn't, like, that beat up about it. Because, like...
It's also just my hair.
Everybody knew. I didn't know when, but I knew it was happening.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, other than that, I don't really play any other games. Other than the video game book club we're about to talk about, and goddamn was that part a treat. Get ready for this, guys, because it's fucking love this part. I also have a story beat.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when we get there.
Yeah, well, we're not far off, because those are our weeks. Everybody, we've all done it. So, yeah, it was, it was one of those life comes at you weeks, so it was hard for all of us to get stuff in.
Sure.
But thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to check in with Preston this week. Preston, you have one more week?
One more week. It'll be finished. Then we'll talk about our spoopy games next week. I know it'll be releasing in the first week of November, but it is how it is.
Yeah, it is that way because somebody decided to pick a game that was 5 parts instead of 4 parts, but it's fine. It's fine, so...
Wait, what?
What are you talking about? We're not stopping because of Metal Gear.
I'm just saying, if Metal Gear would have been
your game that you picked for Preston was too long. That's what happened.
To be fair, Preston should have given it 3 hours a week instead of 2 hours, but either way, it's fine.
So what if you were part? I think it would have actually released the final week, but it's okay.
No,
I'm playing it within October.
Oh, you're gonna do
like you're still
gonna release our episode the same week as the final part of Metal Gear.
Hold on. So when we talk about the spooky games, we talk about it during the weekly podcast,
right?
And then we do Metal Gear that same week. We did. I'm pretty sure we did it like that last year.
I thought we did a separate episode last year.
We might have, but I thought it was a weekly podcast. But who knows?
But we talked about doing it that way because it would just be easier.
Not how we're doing it this year, though.
You can cut all of this. It's fine. Nobody needs to.
Nobody needs to see me trip over my own dick. That would be crazy.
Nice, it's something funny. I gotta keep it in.
That is nothing new for me, so I do not care. Like I have no like self-consciousness when it comes to that, so it's totally fine.
But yeah.
So Preston has one more week of that. So join him this week. And sorry I missed last week.
That's fine. It's been a week. You're busy.
For a little bit, but that
no big deal. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. There's only one view. Someone spent 1 minute watching it, so feel free.
1 minute.
I can actually tell you who that was. But yeah, it was because so I do this thing when I travel. We don't have to. I'll tell you after that. We don't need to do this.
All right. Well, don't forget to join us later this week, everybody, as we do tackle part 4 of Metal Gear Solid 4: Guns of the Patriots. And then, we'll be back at you next week with new episodes, like always. And with that, thanks for hanging out. Preston, you know what to do.
Thank you for listening to another episode of The Testing Room. To catch up on past episodes or to check out the newest ones when they drop, follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcast. If watching is more your thing, check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@thetestingroom, or watch us live on twitch.tv/testingroomlive. To leave comments or ask questions, you can follow us on Instagram @testingroompod, leave a comment on YouTube, or send them in to testingroompod@gmail.com. See you next time.